Hello and welcome back to Professor Layton in the Unwound Future. We're in the last episode. We played through the 9th chapter of the game, which... Don Pello came back better than ever with his idiotic plans and just... At this point, I've given up on the story. I'm here for the puzzles, and I'm here to finish this trilogy and probably never play it again. So let's get started with chapter 10, Across the Thames. That's a lot of puzzles. That sure is a lot of puzzles. Okay, great. Leave Chinatown. I don't want to waste too much time getting back to the hotel, so let's take the railway. Sounds good to me.
Fine, and this is where we part ways. I've got other things to take care of. Good, I don't need to see you again.
You sure you're not running off someone to formulate an evil plan of some sort?
Now, why would you ever accuse me of that? Truly, I'm wounded. I'm just going to work on a pet project of mine that I've been meaning to finish.
Very well, Paul. Meet up with us later when you're done. You can find us...
Can it, Layton? I'm not a fool. I know where to find you.
And now he's gone. Are you sure it's safe to let him wander on his own like that? I understand your concern, Luke, but I think we can trust him this time. If you say so, Professor, it must have...
Excuse me.
Must get an awful lot for Claire if losing her to you turned him into Don Paulo. He certainly was infatuated, but enough about that subject for now. We have work to do. Let's get moving, Luke. I still don't know where we're going, especially now that we know that Future Layton is a fake. Well, in light of these new developments, our first priority... Which, by the way, that's the other thing. So... That's an email. If the Layton of the future isn't actually evil, my original question still stands. Why do you not just go to the Layton of the future and ask him for help? Why did you need to bring back the Layton from the past? Dimitri fled the towering pagoda with Mr. Hawks, so he clearly has another hideout in the area. And we're going to find his other base. Got it. But first we need to go to the hotel. That's right. We need to go pick up Flora. Hopefully she and Big Luke made it back to the hotel safely. Meet up with Flora at the hotel. Okay, let's take the railway station. We can get back to Flatstone Street in a jiff if we take the Underground Railway. And Flatstone Street, here we go. Let's go to Flatstone Street. You've arrived at Flatstone Street. Alright, upstairs we go. Hello, Inspector Chelmy. Nice to see you.
Blast, which one is it now?
You look quite deep in thought there, Inspector. Have you found any new information on the case?
Layton, just the man I was looking for. You see, I've recovered a clue that has simply stumped me. Take a look for yourself.
A fingerprint was recently discovered at the scene of an unsolved crime. 4 prime suspects have been rounded up and brought into the station. Compare the fingers of suspects A, B, C, and D to the fingerprint shown beneath the magnifying glass and identify the guilty culprit. Okay. Well, it's definitely not C. Oh, here we go. Back at it again with the game now responding to my inputs. It's not C. It's not D. It's either A or B. And it has to be A because it would be the... Back at it again with the game not responding to my inputs. Not even letting me close the memo. There we go. This goddamn game. Okay. It wouldn't be B because it wouldn't... If you press your fingerprint down, it would be the reverse. It would be the mirror image, not the actual...
That should do the trick.
Not the initial non-mirrored image.
Well, that's settled.
Solved! Suspect A is guilty of the crime. At first glance, B looks like a possible match, but the print is left to the scene in a mirror. Yeah, we know. Alright.
That's it. Now I just need to track down the fiend who committed this crime.
Inspector, aren't you supposed to be searching for the Prime Minister right now?
Listen, lad. Man of the law can't ignore one case simply because he's busy with another. It's the duty of every officer to assist and defend the citizens of our fair city. That's how I work, even in a place as lawless and overrun with criminal activity as this one. Yes, even in the den of depravity, I will ensure that the spirit of Scotland Yard burns bright.
I'm sure the citizens of East London are very grateful for your efforts, Inspector. Yeah, and maybe along the way you'll find some clues to help track down the Prime Minister. Okay, well, let's head back to the hotel. I said let's head back to the hotel. So, let me get this straight. Dimitri is building a time machine to go back to the past and save Claire? Correct, or at least that's what he said. Funny, we ran through every floor of the pagoda and I didn't see anything resembling a time machine. Excellent observation, my boy. Dimitri clearly had a destination in mind when he ran from the towering pagoda. I think he was headed to another base of his, the facility where he performs his time travel research. Let me guess, the tower. And that facility is going to be the one across the Thames, as we predicted at the start of the game. Is that what you were out looking for while we scaled the tower at Don Pando? Yes, in part anyway. I'll lay everything out for you once we check in with Flora. I already preemptively examined the building where I knew his time machine was going to be, despite the fact that we hadn't even examined the tower yet, and therefore would not know that he doesn't have a time machine in there. What? Great. Amazing. Okay, let's go inside. And do you know where Flora is? Oh, hi there, Becky. On your way out? Sure am. The little gentleman staying with us asked me to run an errand for him. Do you mean Dean Delmona? Yeah, that's the one. What do you think a man with so little hair needs a tub of pomade for? Pomade? To style that little tuft. Weird, right? So you can't blame a guy for trying to stay stylish in his old age. That's quite curious. He just never struck me as the pomade type. Oh, while we're on the subject of shopping trips, I actually have an issue I'd like your help with.
I bought this beautiful one-of-a-kind fountain pen from a luxury boutique for 10% off the original price of only $3,000. So, calculator, 10,000. Okay, so $2,700. When I showed it to my friend, she took one look and just had to have it. She offered to pay me 10% more than what I paid. Okay, so, okay, so that's, so 10% of 2,700, okay, so that would be, so 10% of 2,700 is 270, so it's just, so that's, so that would be $2,970 is what she paid. How much did I gain or lose? You gained, put a minus sign in front of your answer, no, okay, you gained $270, which we discovered because whatever the difference between the price you paid and the price your friend paid, which is what we discovered by taking 10%, would be the end result here.
That should do the trick. Few things satisfy like a puzzle solved.
Yeah, pretty simple. But by the way, a pen costing thousands of dollars, huh? Alright.
I need to figure it out, Professor.
Yeah, apparently Becky over here can't do basic math. So, that's nice.
Oh, now it all makes sense. Don Pano was posing as Dean Delmona. The pomade was for Don...
You're just putting that together now, are you, buddy?
Precisely. Of course, he did away with that disguise once I persuaded him to assist us. Yeah, you can't imagine how shocked I was to see Don Pano step out of that Layton disguise.
Ah, that's life for you, Luke. You never know what surprises may await you around the corner. Let's be off. Alright, let's finally go meet up with Flora.
Professor, Luke, welcome back. I'm so glad you're both safe.
The same to you, dear. Hopefully getting out of the pagoda wasn't too difficult for you.
Not at all. Big Luke was kind enough to lead the way. Say, speaking of Big Luke, where is he? Oh, well, when we got back here, a mustache man was waiting down in the lobby. A man with a mustache? Was he dressed in black? Yes, that's right. He had a black uniform.
That sounds like Shipley to me.
Whoever he was, he walked right into Luke and started talking fast and furious. At some point in the conversation, Luke got a troubled look on his face and said, Flora, some very important business has come up.
Excuse me.
I need to go take care of it immediately. Please tell the professor to carry on with the investigation without me for now. Did he tell you where he was going? No, but he did promise to meet back up with us later.
Big Luke is even more perceptive than I thought. He knows exactly what our next move is.
Professor, is this something the matter?
I'm just thinking back to what happened earlier. Do you remember who first told us that we had traveled into the future?
Well, that'd be Big Luke, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
We have a visitor, Professor.
Oh, who is it? Punston intrusion, Layton.
Oh, it's Richard Chelmy.
What can I do for you? I'm thinking about something I saw while running about town. I don't know how to say this. I'm afraid it may sound a bit ridiculous. What's ridiculous? Well, it's just... You know I could be mistaken, but I'm quite... Just spit it out! A few minutes ago, I spotted a woman on the street who looked just like one of the blast victims.
Oh my gosh! You're talking about Claire, aren't you?
Then you know why I'm so... Yes, Inspector, you're not alone. We've also seen the woman you spoke of. The resemblance she bears to Claire is striking, but it's coincidental. No, it's not. Alright. Prediction. We're gonna call this one right now because this game is just so unbelievably predictable. Whoever that woman is, it's gonna be that she traveled into the future. I don't know, whatever this dude's evil plan is, because clearly there's gonna be a plan more evil than just, oh, I need to save her from the past. She was sent here to the future to stop evil McEvilson, or Dr. Evil or whatever, from I don't know, taking over the tri-state area or whatever his evil plan's gonna be. And then at the end of the game, and then the big emotional payoff's gonna be, oh, but I was only sent into the future to stop him. I have to go back to my own time now. Goodbye, Layton. Goodbye. And that's gonna be the big emotion, and then it's gonna be whatever. Well, there's bound to be a logical explanation for this. I wouldn't take it that far. If the similarity isn't coincidental, perhaps we would check if this woman is some relative of Claire's. I'll take a look into her file and see if I can find out more about her family. Ah, and by the by, you haven't seen Barton around here anywhere, have you?
Barton? Nope, can't say I have, sir.
I swear if he didn't have me looking out for me, he'd have sacked from the force ages ago. Of course, I'm rather fond of the fellow, and I intend to look out for him until I retire, but still. At any rate, if you see Barton, tell him this commanding officer is searching for him. Goodbye.
So where's our adventure going to take us next, Professor? Flo, this isn't an adventure, it's an investigation. Can't you not take it more seriously? I'm taking it very seriously, Luke. I was just excited, that's all. Not all of us get to go on these kinds of investigations all the time. Plus, you get to be with the professor day in and day out. Yeah, I guess the professor and I are always together.
Except in the future.
Well, I, for one, am happy to hear your enthusiasm, Flora. The three of us will get to the bottom of this case together. Let's head out.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna make out so soon? Yes, we are. By the way, Becky, I've been wondering if there's somewhere nearby for us to cross the Thames. There's the bridge, but it's quite a long way out beyond Chinatown.
Excuse me, sir. Did I hear you say you're trying to cross the Thames?
Oh, Grandmother, I didn't realize you were awake.
There used to be an underground tunnel that would take you across. It went clear into the Thames, and people would just walk on through to the other side.
Wow, a tunnel under the river sounds amazing.
Unfortunately, once the family gained control, they closed down the tunnel. Siegel might still know a way in, though.
Siegel?
Oh, do you know him, sir? He's easy to spot with the unibrow, blue hat, and scheming smile. We have quite the history, though he now spends most of his time down at the black market.
Ah, yes, but I do believe we've met this friend of yours before. Also, hold on. How could people have possibly mistaken the doctor dude for Layton? How could you possibly make that mistake? They don't look anything alike. Come on. You remember him, don't you, Luke? Luke?
Huh? Where'd he go?
He was here just a minute ago.
Oh, are you just looking for Luke? He walked out here a second ago.
By himself? Where could he possibly be headed?
Please
excuse me, madam, but I have to go find my friend. Thank you for the information on Siegel.
Not at all, sir. We're here at the Hotel Duke, always delighted to assist our guests.
I guess Luke just ran away.
I'm worried, Professor. How could you possibly... How did you miss him walking out of the... I don't know, but I share your concern. It's unlike Luke to take off without so much as a word. Maybe he decided to go on a secret mission of his own. When we went to the Tower and Pagoda. Well, excuse me. Regardless of his reasons, he shouldn't be out there alone. We need to search for him.
Okay. Did he go to the freaking... Did he go to the how do I get to the tower? Not the tower, the river. This is not the way to go. It's this direction. Yeah, we have to go past Chinatown, right? So let's go. Or you're gonna be right here.
Luke, there you are. How could you have gotten here so fast? Oh, hi, Professor. I see you've gone out for a stroll. Do you mind if I join you? No problem. Sorry to run off. I was just thinking. We've had so much fun these last few years. I've gotten so used to going everywhere together. Of course you have. After all, we're the best of friends. It's only natural we'd spend time together. Dad told me the other day that his job was transferring him, so we'll all be moving. Ah, yes. Your father mentioned that to me as well. Tell me, Luke, do you believe that we're true friends? Of course I do. How can you even ask that? Good. There's no need to worry. You see, true friends share a special connection, and this connection endures no matter how far apart they may be separated physically. Distance and time apart are evident to the bond formed by a true friendship. Do you follow? I think I do, Professor. Excellent. Now let's get back to our investigation. We've many mysteries to solve. Sounds good, Professor. Oh, it's good to see you back, and
You know, I really love it when stories beat you over the head with the message they're trying to send, especially when they pull out of their asses. It's like, oh, Luke, Layton, we're not gonna see each other anymore. We're gonna be moving away from each other. And like that's like the message itself of like, hey, true friends will stay together no matter how far apart they are from each other, which is, you know, it's a great message to send. Except I don't need to be beat over the goddamn head with it. It's like, yes, I get it, thanks. I'm not an idiot. You don't have to literally explicitly spell out your... this game.
Question is where? You already know this research.
Yeah, we already went through this. It's already at the Thames.
Oh, you know, I was just thinking about all the men in white coats we bumped into here. Those were lab coats, no doubt about it. Perhaps those men are involved with Dimitri's research. Excellent. Let's think back just a bit more. We met several men in lab coats around town. Other than their garb, what else did all these men have in common? Oh, of course! They all had wet shoes and pants. So all of them must have come from someplace near water, but where? What about the Thames? Maybe they came to this party down through the underground passage here. Flora? What underground passage? We asked the lady at the hotel how to get across the Thames, and she told us about this tunnel. Wow! Yes, we've met quite a few scientists around town in our time here, and though they haven't been very forthcoming with details, it's clear where they've been coming from. My suspicion is that these men work at a research facility located near the Thames, and that they come into town to refresh themselves after long hours of research. And you've had this theory the whole time, Professor? It's been a working theory for a while, yes. After all, who goes around in soggy pants? We saw too many men walking the town in that state for me to write this whole thing off as coincidence. Therefore, I believe this research center is somewhere on the other side of the Thames. Amazing! Clearly I've still got a long way to go before I can think like you do, Professor. Alright, everyone. We're headed back to the Black Market Bazaar. Why there? We're trying to get across the Thames. Shouldn't we head back to the Riverside area? I'm sure we'll make it there eventually. First, we gotta talk to that man at the bazaar with the unibrow. I think his name is Siegel. Okay, if you say so.
Okay, well, I guess we'll just keep on moving along. Talk with Siegel in the bazaar. Sure, let's keep on moving along all the way back to Chinatown, and then we'll talk to Siegel. And then we'll go across the Hello Friend. How you doing?
Hello, Siegel.
Oh, it's the first time someone's told me my real name in some time. Where'd you hear it?
The proprietress of Hotel Duke told us.
Ah, dear old Maggie. She can be quite fearsome, but underneath it, she's good people. Anyway, what can I do for you?
We're trying to find a way across the Thames around here. We were told you might be able to help us.
Have you tried jumping?
To be honest, that's an option we never considered.
Yeah, I'm just joshing with you. Well, there's a couple of boats that leave from in front of the Thames Arms, but those are there exclusively for use by the family and their goon squad.
I was told you knew of another way across.
Ah, so Maggie laid it all out for you, did she?
More or less.
Alright then, but things are pretty rough across the river. If you're still heading there, I gotta make sure you at least got the brains to get across.
Maneuver the 3 colored blocks into the matching goal squares on the board. All 3 blocks must be in place at the end of this puzzle to complete it. Okay, so it's the same thing as last time. Okay, so we need to get blue. Okay, so we need to rotate it to the. Which direction is this going again? Okay, that's not the direction I thought this was gonna go in. But that actually helps us in the long run because now I can get red down there and yellow down there, and then I can drop. Yellow won't move when I do this, so I can drop. I hit the wrong button. Okay, that's. All right, fine. This still works. It's fine. Because I just have to do it the long way around. I can get yellow in place right there, and then I can drop you down there, and then drop red down here. So. Not the way I wanted to do that, but it works anyway, because now I can just, I can send red down there, and, now I gotta, okay, fine, we'll get yellow back around like this, and then, yeah, we'll do this one more time, and then rotate it around in this direction, and then they all fall into place. Well, okay, one more, and then they all fall into place.
I've got a good feeling about this one. Few things satisfy like a puzzle solved.
The directions kept messing me up, because I expected it to turn the opposite direction of when it was actually turning, but we made it work in the end.
Okay, I see you got enough brains to take care of yourself out there, so you listen good. Down by the riverside, there's a door that leads to a tunnel under the river. The door is locked tighter than a bank safe, but here's the thing, there's a switch to open it. Go on. Of course, it's not a button or anything that's straightforward, it's a fancy coded lock. But judging by how you just solved my puzzle, you might have the smarts to break the code.
Okay. Well, then let's go open up that. I said let's go open up that door and get across the river. Where's this door? It's down here, maybe? Yeah, okay, it's over in that direction. Oh, hello, Mr. Bunny Rabbit. I don't need to talk to you again.
Look, that must be the door Siegel was talking about. I think you're right, Flora. I would just have to find the switch to open the door.
Is it on the door itself?
Bingo!
Where's the switch to open the door? I don't know, maybe on the door? What do you know?
So this is what Siegel was talking about. I think I can break the code. Let's see.
For each of the 4 squares below, there is a way to display the numbers 0 to 9. Tapping each of the 4 buttons A, B, C, and D will change the numbers according to a hidden set of rules. Figure out the hidden rules and set all the numbers to 0. Okay. What does A do? That subtracted 5 from 6, and then added... Okay, so it's gotta be a loop, right? At a certain point, it must loop back, right? Because so if it's gotta be 9. 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's gotta be what it is. It's gotta be, because if 0 is a number, then it goes 7, 8, 9, and then it loops back to 0 and then 1. So so A button adds 5 to the numbers. What does B button do? It adds 3. Okay, so A adds 5, B adds 3, C adds 7. It looks like. D just adds 4. Okay, so with that in mind, how do we get this to? All right, so let's get you to 1. So get you close. Also, I clearly the rectangles indicate which sets of 2 they affect, so that's easy enough to figure out.
B affects that. Okay, so that's at 0, but we're gonna have to change that later. Okay, I got it. So, we need to get the 2 to be consistent. So if we set A, if we set those blocks to 1 and 4, then we can do the same here by just tapping it a bunch of times until it eventually reaches. There we go. Okay, so now they're the same. If we tap C and we keep adding 7, it'll eventually reach 0. There we go. And then the same thing down here. If we keep adding this, it'll eventually reach 0. Yep, perfect. Okay. There we go.
That's a relief.
Well, that was easy. Once you know what the rules are. I think I did the trick. Alright, let's head inside. Yikes, this place is a mess. It seems the tunnel here has been neglected for some time. It started to leak and fall apart. There's no way to make your way through this without getting your pants thoroughly soaked. No wonder the scientists were never dry. With the boats of the area under family supervision, crossing the Thames is no easy task. The tunnel is the best way to move between both sides of the river unharassed. Professor, Luke, wait. If we try to cross this mess, my dress will get absolutely soaked. I know it's rough, but sometimes sacrifices have to be made in the interest of the investigation. Easy for you to say, Luke. You're wearing short pants. Alright. Great. We done diddly did it. Do we have to talk to you to get past?
Well, look who we have here.
You! Hey, I thought this place was unguarded.
You got it all wrong, boy. I'm not on guard. I'm just taking a break. It's very relaxing down here. But now that I've seen you, I can't very well just let you waltz on pats.
Listen, we really did pass through. Could you just look the other way?
Tell us you're headed for the research facility, yes? Sure, whatever. You can go through. After all, I'm not exactly on the clock here. But that doesn't mean I don't have standards. If you can't measure up to them, I won't let you through. Standards? What kind of standards? Puzzle standards, obviously. Doesn't like...
Oh, my favorites. 80 puzzles. Okay, that's not... Great. Well, guess we're going back to Chinatown to solve some more puzzles. Yay, wrong direction. Hey, Puzzlet, knock knock. We got some puzzles to solve.
They are.
Alright. We have to solve 7 puzzles. I'm not gonna make you guys watch this. I'm just gonna blitz through this really quickly, just so we can move on with this goddamn game.
A few moments later.
Oh my god, I hate these controls. Who designed these goddamn controls?
Eventually.
Alright, we did it. We solved all, I blitzed through all these puzzles. We've got to be well over 80 at this point. Yeah, no puzzles. Okay, we're at 84. Which is honestly not as far over the limit, over the thresholds I thought we were gonna be, but it's fine. It's done. I'm sorry if you want to see me solve all the puzzles, but the pacing of this video is wrecked so far because it's like I don't want to wreck the pacing by just sitting there and doing that. At this point, honestly, I'm just in this to get to the ending of this game. So I'm just trying to finish it at this point. But that's honestly all. That's our goal, is to just finish the game. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know about your standards. We've already solved 80 puzzles. You just solved. Yes. Great. Thanks for the thanks. We already solved the puzzle. I get it. It'll just go. Just go. Go through the go. Keep moving through the tunnel. Wow. Get a load of this. I think it's safe to say we've arrived at Dimitri's research facility. You think the Prime Minister is being healthy, Professor? Most likely, and that means the place is probably under very, very heavy guard. Be on the lookout for trouble, everyone. Alright, we did it. We made it through the chapter. That'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next all tomorrow for some more Professor Layton, the Unwound Future. Goodbye.